Role of Emperor Constantine I. The religion of Christianity did not come to an end with the death of Jesus Christ. Christianity was spread by Saint Paul, Saint Peter and Saint John, the followers of Jesus. Further, the churches were established to spread the message of Christ. Christians remained in minority even after 300 years of Jesus' death, especially during the reign of Marcus Aurelius and Diocletian in Rome. Christianity started spreading fast by the convert of Roman Emperor Constantine I to Christianity in CE 313. By the end of the 4th century, Christianity became the official religion of Rome. Constantine, new Christian capital. Constantinople was the capital city of Roman or Byzantine Empire, 330 to 1204 and 1261 to 1453, and also of the brief Latin 1204 to 1261 and the later Ottoman 1453 to 1923 empires. It was reinaugurated in 324 AD from ancient Byzantium as the new capital of the Roman Empire by Emperor Constantine the Great, after whom it was named and dedicated on 11th May 330 AD. From the mid-5th century to the early 13th century, Constantinople was the largest and wealthiest city in Europe, and it was instrumental in the advancement of Christianity during Roman and Byzantine times as the home of Ecumenical Patriarch of Constantinople and as the guardians of Christendom's holiest relics such as the crown of thorns and the true cross. Constantinople was famed for its massive and complex defences. Although besieged on numerous occasions by various peoples, the defences of Constantinople proved invulnerable for nearly 900 years after the city was taken by foreign forces in 1204 by the Crusader armies of the Fourth Crusade, and after it was liberated in 1261 by the Byzantine Empire Michael VIII Palaiologus, a second and final time in 1453 when it was conquered by the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II. The first wall of the city was erected by Constantine I and surrounded the city on both land and sea fronts. Later, in the 5th century, the Praetorian prefect Anthemius, under the child emperor Theodosius II, undertook the construction of Theodosian walls, which consisted of a double wall lying about 2 kilometers to the west of the first wall and a moat with palisades in front. This formidable complex of defences was one of the most sophisticated of antiquity, and the city was built intentionally on 7 hills as well as juxtaposed between the Golden Horn and the Sea of Marmara, and thus presented an impregnable fortress enclosing magnificent palaces, domes and towers, necessitated from being the gateway between 2 continents, Europe and Asia, and 2 seas, the Mediterranean and the Black Seas. The city was also famed for its architectural masterpieces, such as the Greek Orthodox Cathedral of Hagia Sophia, which served as the seat of Ecumenical Patriarchate, the sacred imperial palace where the emperors lived, the Galata Tower, the Hippodrome, the Golden Gate of the Land Walls, and the opulent aristocratic palaces lining in the arcaded avenues and squares. Constantinople had a 5th century university, University of Constantinople, which contained numerous artistic and literary treasures before it was sacked in 1204 and 1453, including its vast imperial library, which contained the remnants of the Library of Alexandria and had over 1 lakh volumes of ancient text. Constantinople never truly recovered from the devastation of the Fourth Crusade and decades of misrule by the Latins. Although the city partially recovered in the early years after the restoration under the Palaiologos dynasty, the advent of the Ottomans and the subsequent loss of the imperial territories under Constantinople became an enclave inside the fledgling Ottoman Empire, rendered the city severely depopulated when it fell to the Ottoman Turks, whereafter it replaced Edirne, Adrianople, as the new city of the Ottoman Empire. Decline of the ancient Roman Empire. The fall of the Roman Empire, also called the fall of Rome, was the process of decline in the Western Roman Empire in which it failed to enforce its rule and its vast territory was divided into several successor polities. The Roman Empire lost the strength that had allowed it to exercise effective control. Modern historians mention factors including the effectiveness and numbers of the army, the health and numbers of the Roman population, the strength of the economy, the competence of the emperor, the religious changes of the period, and the efficiency of the civil administration. Increasing pressure from the barbarians outside Roman culture also contributed greatly to the collapse. The reasons for the collapse are major subjects of the historiography of the ancient world, and they inform much modern discourse on state failure. Relevant dates include 117 CE, when the empire was at its greatest territorial extent, and the accession of Diocletian in 284. Irreversible major territorial loss, however, began in 376 with a large-scale eruption of Goths and others. By 476, when Odoacer deposed the Emperor Romulus, the Western Roman Emperor wielded negligible military, political and financial power and had no effective control over the scattered Western domains that could still be described as Roman. Invading barbarians had established their own power in most of the area of Western Empire. While its legitimacy lasted for centuries longer and its cultural influence remains today, the Western Empire never had the strength to rise again. The fall is not only the unifying concept for these events, the period described as late antiquity emphasizes the cultural continuities throughout and beyond the political collapse.